Los Angeles. They call it the City of Stars, a place where dreams are made and fortunes are built. But behind all the glitz, the glamour, and the endless sunshine, there's a darker side, a place where shadows hide in plain sight. Today we re-diving into a story that peels back the polished veneer of social media to reveal a chilling reality. This is the story of Alena Grace. At just 25 years old, Alena was a digital sensation. With over 2 million followers hanging on her every word, her life was an open book, or so it seemed. Every Instagram post was a masterpiece of perfection. Every TikTok video, a burst of curated joy. Her apartment, a trendy loft in the heart of the city, was her stage. It was where she created content, where she connected with her fans, and where she lived out the dream that so many people coveted. From the outside, her life wasn't just good, it was flawless. But we all know that perfection is often an illusion. One night, the perfectly constructed world Alena had built came crashing down, turning her dream life into an unimaginable nightmare. The night it all happened started just like any other. Alena was home, prepping for a new video. The soft, flattering glow of her ring light filled the room. Her phone was set up on its tripod, ready to capture the magic. It was a scene her followers had seen countless times, the familiar backdrop to her vibrant online personality. But when police arrived the next morning, the scene they found was one of utter chaos. The apartment was in disarray. Furniture was overturned. Her expensive ring light, the very tool of her trade, was shattered on the floor, which had been knocked over in the struggle, was still recording. It had captured the terrifying final moments of her life. Investigators played the recording back, their ears straining to hear through the static and the sounds of a struggle. And then they heard it. A faint, desperate whisper from Alena, her voice trembling with fear. "Stop following me." "No. Good. It's you." Those 5 words sent a shiver down everyone's spine and opened up a sprawling investigation. Who was she talking to? The immediate assumption was a stalker, a stranger who had become dangerously obsessed. The police began digging into her life, both online and off. They sifted through thousands of comments, direct messages, and fan interactions, searching for a clue, for anyone who might have crossed the line from admiration to obsession. What they uncovered was a truth far more horrifying than anyone could have imagined. The danger didn't come from a shadowy stranger lurking in the dark alleys of Los Angeles. The danger was someone who had been there all along, hiding in plain sight, right in the heart of her online community. The killer was her most devoted follower. Let's call him Alex. To the outside world, Alex was Alena's #1 fan. His username was a constant presence in her comment sections. He was the first to like every post, the first to join every live stream, sent her messages every single day, praising her, telling her he understood her better than anyone else. At first it seemed harmless, just another passionate follower in a sea of millions. Alena and her friends even joked about his dedication. He was superfan Alex. But his admiration slowly twisted into a dangerous obsession. He wasn't just commenting anymore, he was tracking her. Using the background details in her photos and videos, he pieced together her location. He figured out her favorite coffee shop from a picture of a latte she posted. He identified her gym from a workout selfie. He knew her schedule better than some of her closest friends. Every post she shared was another piece of the puzzle for him, another step closer to her real life. Alena eventually started to feel uneasy. The constant messages, the way he seemed to know things he shouldn't, it was all becoming too much. She did what any of us would do. She blocked him. She cut off his access to her online world, hoping that would be the end of it. But for an obsession this deep, a block is not a barrier, it's a trigger. For Alex, being shut out of her digital life meant he had to force his way into her physical one. The night of the murder, he found her. He had been watching her apartment for weeks. He waited for the right moment, and when it came, he slipped inside. The forensic team worked tirelessly to piece together the sequence of events. He had been meticulous, trying to cover his tracks. He wiped down surfaces, destroyed potential evidence, and staged the scene to look like a random break-in gone wrong. He thought he had committed the perfect crime. But in a world dominated by technology, there are always digital ghosts left behind. Alex made one fatal mistake, couldn't erase every reflection. As investigators carefully examined the fragments of the shattered ring light, they found it. On a small, curved piece of reflective plastic, a distorted image was captured as shadow, a fleeting figure in the background. It was blurry, indistinct, but it was there. That single, ghostly shadow became the key that would unlock the entire case. Using advanced digital enhancement techniques, the forensics lab was able to sharpen the image, revealing a partial profile. It wasn't enough for a positive ID on its own, but it was a powerful lead. Police cross-referenced the image with security footage from the building and the surrounding area. And there he was, Alex, seen lurking near Alena's apartment complex just hours before the attack. The digital trail he thought he had left behind online now connected directly to the physical crime scene. When confronted, the weight of the evidence was too much, Alex confessed. Obsession had consumed him completely. In his twisted mind, if he couldn't have her, no one could. As the case unfolded, friends and family were forced to look back to see the warning signs they had missed. They remembered the overly personal comments, the messages that felt a little too intense, the subtle hints that his fandom was something darker. But in the whirlwind of Alena's rising fame, these red flags were dismissed as the price of being in the public eye. They were blinded by the likes, the shares, and the glamorous lifestyle, never imagining that the greatest threat was someone cheering her on from behind a screen. Alena Grace's death sent shockwaves through the influencer community and beyond. Her story became a tragic, powerful wake-up call. The news was everywhere. Millions of her followers were left grieving, their feeds suddenly silent. The community she had built, a place of positivity and connection, was now a memorial to a life cut tragically short. The killer was brought to justice and sentenced to life in prison, but that did little to heal the wounds left behind. The case forced a difficult conversation about the nature of online fame. It reminded everyone that behind every glamorous photo, behind every curated video, there are real people with real vulnerabilities. It highlighted the dark side of the parasocial relationships that form between creators and their audiences, where the line between healthy admiration and dangerous obsession can become terrifyingly blurred. Alena's story serves as a stark and heartbreaking reminder. In this age of social media, where our lives are more public than ever, fame can be a double-edged sword. It offers connection and opportunity, but it can also attract unforeseen dangers. You have to be vigilant. Protect your privacy. Be mindful of what you share, and most importantly, trust your instincts. If something feels wrong, it probably is. Because as Alena's story tragically proves, not all followers are fans. And sometimes the people who seem closest to you in the virtual world can be the most dangerous of all. Thank you for watching. If this story touched you, please share it to help raise awareness. And don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the stories that shape our world. Stay safe out there.